Coming up on Mountain News this morning, one Kentucky city tries to deal with an increase in gun violence, and in Eastern Kentucky, veterans share their stories about a monumental moment in U.S. and world history.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, 5:33 on the dot. I'm Dakota Makris. It's Tuesday. Good morning to you. Let's take it over to Brandon, who, is tracking some rain and doing 10 other jobs at once. Bless your heart this morning. But Brandon, good morning to you. So
we're trying to get a story up on the website right now about an incident that's got a road blocked over in the Everett's community of Harlan County. So I'm working on that, and I'm tracking some rain too. Let's take a look at live Pinpoint Doppler radar, and we'll continue to see again heavy rain in the north, heavy rain in the south. Let's take you on a bit of a tour this morning. If you are in parts of southern Whitley County along the Bell County line, southern Knox County there, you're seeing some pretty heavy rain. That's those yellows. Down toward La Follette, over toward Harrogate, you're seeing some heavy rain this morning. Going over the state line there to Jellicoe, you're probably seeing some heavy rain this morning. Pine Knot, over McCreary County along 27, you're seeing some rain approaching you, and it's west of Monticello and Wayne County right now. We go to the north, West Liberty, it's approaching you along with Moorhead. It's coming out of Stanton there, coming into parts of Menifee County there, across into parts of Wolfe County. So Campton, you'll be next. Jackson, just the north of you all, seeing some pretty good rain. Paintsville, you're in line next to see this as well. Temperatures 59 in Clintwood to 71 in Prestonsburg. That is a big swing this morning, similar to yesterday, but they're starting to drop a little bit again now. Already down into the 60s there. In Somerset, they were at 70 a little earlier, still 70 in Logan, a lot of mid to upper 60s. So some spots a little cooler than it was this time yesterday, 24 hours ago, like Somerset and Monticello. But some spots like Middlesboro and up toward Jonesville there, 9 to 10 degrees warmer there this morning than this time yesterday. Your planner keeps us basically right around average today. 80s our forecast high, at 80s the average high. Sunrise at 6:12, sunset at 8:53. A lot of chances for rain in between those as we head deeper into the afternoon. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, we now know the identity of the person found in Paintsville Lake Sunday night. The Johnson County coroner says it was 23-year-old Kyle Webb. His body was taken to Frankfort for an autopsy. The coroner believes Webb jumped into the water from a cliff. We'll have reactions from the community in our 6 o'clock hour. Well, the woman charged in a DUI crash that killed a 10-year-old girl has pleaded guilty. Sequoia Collins was 24 years old when police say she was speeding, ran a red light, and hit a car. 2 children were hurt, and 10-year-old Alexia Gomez Hernandez later died from her injuries. With charges of manslaughter, assault, wanton endangerment, and DUI, Collins is facing a maximum of 32 years in prison. The president of the Mothers Against Drunk Driving says she hopes this sets a precedent.
So many states, including ours, don't treat driving under the influence like the violent and potentially deadly crime that it is. In this case, it was a deadly crime. It was a deadly choice. And so I hope going forward, this does set a precedent for holding people accountable for the choices that they've made.
Commonwealth's attorney Lou Anna Redcorn says Collins' sentencing is set for July 28th. Lexington is dealing with an increase in gun violence across the city, and officials are working to ease the issue. Yesterday, police held a groundbreaking ceremony for the soon-to-be new East Sector Roll Call Center. At 7,800 square feet, the new facility will allow space for training, a larger roll call room, offices, and a bike room. The chief of police noted the location at the Veterans Park will put officers closer to major traffic arteries and neighborhoods along Man o' War Boulevard.
Nobody's dispatched from here, and officers are out patrolling, but we hope that the access here will make it easier for people to come to us and bring information to us as well.
Police say construction will start in the next few weeks. They hope the building will be complete within 1 year. So far this year, Lexington has recorded 22 homicides. 17 of them were gun-related. A man is accused of having a loaded gun at a Madison County pool. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports that the Berea Pool and Parks Director called police Sunday about a man with a gun at the Berea Pool. Well, that is on Pirate Parkway next to Berea Independent Schools. Police found 19-year-old Daniel Hayes near the pool with a loaded pistol. There were no reports of shots being fired or any injuries. Hayes is charged with possession of a handgun on school property. Kentucky State Police arrested a Harlan County man on several charges. including drug trafficking and DUI. On Saturday, troopers stopped 39-year-old Lawrence Lucas in the Bledsoe community. Troopers say they saw a bag of what they thought was marijuana. After a search of the car, they say they found marijuana, other illegal drugs, and more than $14,000 in cash. Well, this past weekend, Walters GM Auto Mall and McCoy Motorsports were both reportedly vandalized. On the Walters GM Facebook page, a post showed pictures of the man who reportedly vandalized the property. Officials asked people in the area to contact the business with any information. Mike McCoy also shared images and videos from McCoy Motorsports where he said 2 people might have been responsible for vandalism Saturday night. If you recognize anyone, you are asked to call police. Monday marked the 78th anniversary of D-Day, when more than 150,000 American, British, and Canadian soldiers stormed the beaches of Normandy to help liberate Europe from the Nazis. Now, this would ultimately become the largest seaborne invasion in history. Alyssa Williams talked with veterans who shared their perspective on that monumental day in history.
June 6, 1944 marks a day very few can remember firsthand, but still a day many of us should not forget.
We sure don't want these veterans to feel forgotten or the people they lost feel forgotten because they made the ultimate sacrifice.
Historians say approximately 4,000 Allied troops lost their lives during D-Day, and although there are few remaining D-Day veterans, there are still several that can recall the stories from that historic day.
Everybody tried to help on them to win.
105-year-old Oakley Hacker is a World War II veteran. Although he did not fight in D-Day, his brother was killed in Italy in the time leading up to it.
Nobody knows what war is like that never was in one. Of course, that'll never be expected.
Korean War veteran Levi Oakes Jr. says he also knew people who served around the time of D-Day. Oakes adds that he's happy to still be able to share their stories.
I'm glad to be alive yet, but I'd rather be in a better shape than I'm in now.
Facilities like the Paul E. Patton Eastern Kentucky Veterans Center in Hazard gives veterans the opportunity to share stories surrounding days like today and to pay respect to the lives that were lost.
One thing that is universal, and that comes out no matter what, is pride. They are very proud of the time they served, they're very proud of their country, and they're very proud of everything that they went through and done.
Remembering those who lived through D-Day and are here to tell their stories, so no one can ever forget. In Hazard, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Activities coordinator for the Eastern Kentucky Veterans Center, Jennifer Young, says during days like yesterday, they always hold a moment of silence for the lives lost and try to emphasize the importance of honoring those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for their country. Well, one recent Floyd County graduate is celebrating opportunity, sharing his story from the orphanage to the ovation. Connor Locker was born in Russia with health issues at birth. He was left to spend his first 6 years in an orphanage. From there, he was adopted by an Eastern Kentucky family who helped him dream and achieve in ways he never expected. Well, the recent graduate gave his salutatorian speech last week, celebrating the opportunities given through his classes at Betsy Lane and the Floyd County School of Innovation.
And I want to do more than that. I want to work on computers. And FCSI didn't just allow me to program the games and make websites and stuff. They allowed me to take apart computers and strip them down and rebuild them. I also learned how to do video game animation.
Well, that experience has fueled a passion for Connor as he plans to pursue a degree in computer IT. He says his family choosing to adopt him is the only reason he is able to follow his dreams, and he encourages others to do the same. A bridge replacement project in Whitley County is expected to begin June 20th. The project will replace the Mossy Gap Road Bridge over Poplar Creek. Detour signs will be placed beginning this week. The current bridge will be closed during the time of construction. The road work is expected to last 3 months. The new bridge is planned to be open to traffic on August 19th. The city of Bowling Green is outlining the rules for its upcoming downtown entertainment district. Officially named Fountain Row, the city voted to move forward with the entertainment district in early May. Once approved by the state, the entertainment district would activate an open container policy. However, this comes with restrictions. People can go into any of the participating bars and restaurants in the Fountain Row boundary and get a to-go alcoholic drink in an approved cup to carry around in public spaces. The official name of the Fountain Row stems from the city's rich history.
You have fountains and water features, like the 1880s fountain on Fountain Square. Circus Square has the fountain feature. The Bowling Green Ballpark has a fountain inside, and soon a fourth fountain will be being added to another location.
Fountain Row won't begin until the state gives the city the approval for the license. Well, just ahead this morning, President Joe Biden prepares to appear on a well-known talk show. We'll have those details in just a few minutes.
Keep your rain gear handy. There's a chance you could need it off and on throughout the day and the next couple of days. I'll have the latest forecast in about 3 minutes.